welcome to another video. So we've been to Spain shopping and we've got a couple of Junior Gs, Sagola Junior Gs, and we've got a Sagola Pro XD. Now we're going to unbox these. Obviously we'll only unbox one of these, but one's in 1.4 and one's in 1.8, so we can get rid of that one for the moment. So let's have a quick look at the Junior G and see what we get in here. Now this cost me 35 euros, which is about 31 GB pounds, so it's a very cheap gun, and initially it does feel quite cheap. You don't get a spanner with it. You get a gun which isn't a pot which isn't the same thread as the other Sagolas, either the 4600 or the 3300. But a fine thread pot, and it doesn't seem like particularly bad quality, if I can get it on there. Yeah, no, it seems okay. Yeah, well, it's just a pot really. Now looking at these, he says, trying to be as quick as possible, we'll quickly whip this one down. Now with these, I thought that Junior G, originally when I ordered this, I thought they were a small gun, but they're not a small gun, they're actually a full size gun. If you take the 3300, they're not quite the same size, but they're, you know, not far off it. So don't do as I thought, think that these things are actually a minigun, because you can get these in loads of different, well, quite a few different sizes. So I've got 1.4, you can get 1.3 as far as I know, 1.4, this is 1.4 or 1.8, this is 1.8, so this is going to be ideal for primer. Now you'll see here that the holes in the air cap are very small, and one of the things that this thing's supposed to do is use very little air. So we'll see how that goes along when I get used to using it. But overall, for a 35 euro gun, which is equivalent to, at the moment, what's that, about 43 US dollars, or as I say, about 31 GB pounds, it doesn't seem that bad at all. Proof is in the pudding. Anyway, what's more interesting, I think is more interesting anyway, is a Classic Pro XD. Now these are sold as primer guns really. So what you get with it is you get a big spanner, not the normal classic spanner, that's the normal Sagola classic spanner, but you get a big spanner with it, and one of these adapters, which doesn't seem to be a Euro adapter, which seems odd considering they're from Spain, which is obviously in Europe. But there's the gun, which we'll have a quick look at. Now this pot is exactly the same as the pot you get with the 3300 GTO. Exactly the same thread, same pot, same quality, which is actually a very good quality pot. So if you don't use PPS pots and you rely on the standard pot, or you've got adapters for the PPS and you want to know what fits it, the Classic Pro XD takes the same pot, so we know that. Now what I'm going to do, let me just move those bits out of the way. I'll have a quick look at this. I'm trying to keep the video as short as possible. There's no spraying in this video if you're expecting spraying. But what I have had these out of the box. I haven't done much with them. I haven't done anything with them spraying wise, but just to make sure it was there and to give me a quick rundown before I actually did this unboxing video. So we've got a sealing ring at the front now, which that sits on. Now that cap is quite different to what is a much more quality cap on the 3300. You can see they are quite different. Hopefully you can see anyway. I'll have a look at the video, and when I look at the video, if it's not that clear, I'll take a picture. But yeah, you can see the quality is obviously more on the 3300, but this thing cost me about 100 euros. I say about because I can't remember exactly, but it was around about 100 euros, about 96 in fact, I think. So let's take the needle out first, otherwise people will be on at me, and rightly so. we take the needle out and we'll just compare it to the 3300 because I wasn't sure whether any of these parts are interchangeable, but I don't think they are looking at them. So that's the classic Pro XD. The build quality of it seems quite good, to be fair, for, you know, €100 gun. So what's that, £85 gun, seems quite good. 130 US dollars. I mean, I'm only converting the currencies. They may well be more expensive in your country if you can get hold of them. So let's compare things. So that looks similar quality, but it is actually a different end cap. Spring is the same, although the 3300 has a small nylon bush at the back, which presumably just makes it easier to turn the knob, because it obviously, when you put that in there, there's some kind of interference from the end of that spring, so it just makes it feel more refined to use. And here's the needle. Now, are these needles the same? No, they're not. They're slightly different size wise. Hopefully I can remember which one goes with which. Yeah, 1.4, that goes there. Yeah, so they are actually slightly different, the needles, although the quality I think is probably the same. But what I was most interested in is the tip. See if the tips are interchangeable, which they might be. Well, they're actually slightly different, but the quality is definitely there. The quality, I mean, it's a good build quality on the 3300, and this feels just as well made. It's not far off it, is it? It's not far off it at all. I haven't actually checked these. I'm just doing. I think that's probably the same. It might be the same. Okay, so let's try this one and this one. Yeah, I think they're probably the same. Yeah, I don't know why I pulled the trigger in when I did that, but they look the same to me. The air holes are the same, the threads are the same, the depth's the same. So the tip looks interchangeable, so this is starting to look quite good value, although the cap does most of the work, to be fair. And it's definitely not as good as cap, although the holes are actually bigger in that. Which one's that? That's the 1.4, so that's that one. So yeah, the holes are bigger. You can see that the air holes, or hopefully you can see the air holes, are slightly bigger in the Pro XD. What else we got? The body. Let's have a quick look at the inside of the body. Very similarly made, not the same, but very similarly made. So the build quality of this is actually very good for, as I say, €100 gun. It actually looks very, very good. Anyway, guys, I'll look forward to testing them, but I thought I'd do a quick video, mainly because you can't find much on the Junior G. And as I say, I thought this was going to be a minigun, but in Junior, I thought Junior gun, yeah, but obviously not. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers, guys.